Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the 3 biggest mistakes I made when starting to sell online and how to avoid them yourself. So if I could go back and start all over, I would do things completely different. You see, I made some big mistakes when I first started selling online, and today I want to help you not make those same mistakes, okay? Whether you're selling a digital product, services, physical goods, whatever it may be, these lessons could save you months, heck, even probably years of frustration. So let's dig in. Here's mistake number 1 that everybody does, trying to sell before building an audience. And I have done this myself. When I first started out, I created sales pages of my products, right? And then I would push those out on forums and drive people to those sales pages saying, hey, check this out, you guys. I'm trying to solve this problem and you need to get this right now. And guess what? Nothing would happen. They wouldn't buy. I posted all over forums on social. It just looked like spammy links, right? And they were like, no, no, no. I would do it in Facebook groups. They said, no, no, no. You know, everywhere that I did a link where I thought, oh, well, maybe they need this, it was not the case at all. So if you're starting out, it might feel like, oh, that is not like spammy, but it definitely is spammy. So what you want to do is you want to build the audience first. You can build value in the way of like helping people, like answering questions that they have, listening more than speaking, you know, while you're first starting out here, seeing what people are asking for and then replying back, building that rapport. You know, if you're in Facebook groups and things like that, you want to be responsive and make sure that you are shown consistently. That's the other thing, is that when you show up and you are consistent, people get to know you. If they get to know you, then obviously buying from you is a lot easier, right? But you have to build that audience up, and you can do so many different ways, from building your email list to pushing out content that people can see on a consistent basis, or being a provider of value in various groups where you're answering the problems that people are having with solutions. Okay, that's mistake number 1. Okay, mistake number 2 is underpricing or overpricing my products. Here's the thing, when I first started out, I didn't know what to charge my audience. I didn't know what the value was, and so I was just like shooting in the dark. I was like, well, I'll have this at $97. That's what I'll make this. I'll make it a $97 product. But what I ended up doing is I ended up actually having people go through my course and asking them to tell me what they'd pay for it, right? After they started to experience results, right? That's what I noticed. And actually what was very interesting is this intersection between getting people to test out and go through your product to see what results they could have or what value they found, but also at the same time running things like webinars and actually selling people into those programs. Now, when I first started out, I sold a particular course, a YouTube course, for $97. And when I did, I got buyers, but those buyers ended up actually some of them refunding, actually a decent number of them refunding. And I was like, why are these people refunding? It is a really high value product. But then what happened was I upped the price by $100. I had less refunds, like 50% of the people that refunded. It was 50%, like half of the people that refunded before at 97 were refunding at 197. But I didn't stop there. I then went to 297 to price my product. And here's the thing, from 97 to 297 to 397, that value is basically in the same like arena, right? It's in the same grouping, right? So if you can find that sweet spot for where your audience will know that it's valuable enough to where they want to go through it and take action on it and then not refund, and that you're attracting the right audience, versus having it too low to where you only attract tire kickers and people that are, you know, they buy it, it's like the shiny object syndrome. They look, they see it, but then they don't commit to actually doing the work, and then they get a refund. If you want to avoid those people, that's where you have to price your products higher. And that's what I learned through trial and error. And I suggest you do the same thing. The fundamental thing you want to think about is pricing your products is based on the value your product provides, the results that people can get. So if it's life-changing, if someone is now able to have an income from your product when they weren't before, that's huge. If you have a sort of a getting health program, right, a health and wellness program, and it takes them from overweight and depressed to physically fit, living longer, finding the person, the spouse, whatever, of their dream, all those things. That's also huge. So you got to think about pricing is based on the results that someone can get, right? Where they can take their life. So don't underprice, but also don't overprice. You don't want to have something that is like $3,000, $4,000 that has very little value, okay? You want to find what people value and have that, and then see what people will pay for that value based on the results they can achieve. Okay, mistake number 3 is not automating and scaling early enough in my business. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna preface this by saying something. You do need a hustle. You do need to do everything when you're just starting out, right? You need to stay up late till 2 a.m. working on things, doing all the things, making the spreadsheets, writing the webinars, writing the copy for your blog, sending the emails, doing everything, because that is how you actually see a result. But what you need to start doing, and I didn't do this myself, is you need to start delegating authority earlier in your business, right? You can start automating things. First off, it's not just about like doing all the work and I'm doing all the work, so it's good for me. No, if you can automate processes and things like that, that's even better, right? But that's where you need to start thinking about all the actions that you do. What are ways you can automate all those actions? Like, what are tools out there right now that you can automate those type of things? Like, posting on social. There's Hootsuite and various platforms that will help you to post. There is email marketing, where you can build out email marketing campaigns using a platform like ConvertKit or Kit or ActiveCampaign, where then everybody who comes through, they are given nurture emails. It looks like you're sending them every single day, but actually you've pre-built them to work for you, right? Using the power of webinars, creating one presentation that you can then have go over and over again that does your heavy lifting of building a know, like, and trust for you, so you don't have to do it every single time and get on the phone with a customer every single time. You take them through a webinar, they get to know who you are, and then you can get on the phone with them, they become buyers. It's all about scale after you've done all the work. So it's also then about hiring. You want to find people that you can start to hire. The first hire I would definitely suggest is the jack of all trade hire, right? The Swiss Army knife person. You're going to want an integrator, someone who's good with tech, someone who can help you also with the marketing and the message, and then quick build out stuff, right? So that's probably the first hire you're going to want, someone who is like an integrator. Then you're going to want to start to hire people in your organization that can not only do the work, but then they can also delegate, right? So it's then you're going to start finding other people who are also still doers, right? You still need doers, and you still need people that can kind of lead, right? And so if you can find leaders and doers that are the same, right? That's how you want to basically start off, right? Where they know their stuff, they can help you with it, and they take action. You can see what they're doing and you can give them notes, but they can run with it, right? So those are the things you want to do. That's the way you're going to start scaling, is by automating processes, automating flows and sales methodologies, sales funnels, marketing and messaging, as well as and traffic too, as well as then scaling up and finding team members that will help you execute your vision. That's what you need to start doing. That's the third mistake. You need to jump into doing that as soon as possible, right? The first thing is jumping in and doing a lot of that automation right away after you start to see your burnout. If you're starting to burn out, if you're doing all the work, you need to start looking at automation tools that will help you to leverage what you're doing, so that the tools can work while you're doing some other things that you need to be doing in your business. Which of these mistakes have you made? Also, what's your biggest challenge in selling online? Go ahead and drop a comment. I read every single one of them, but more so, I will answer you with a thoughtful response. Okay, so I answer all the questions that I have. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Go ahead and comment below.